or even casted any games with Fenix, that he has this harassment-based style. Banshees, Blue Flame Hellions, and I'm sure MaNa is going to be prepared for this, and he has to get the Robo up early, just in case of any Cloak Banshees, which could lose him the game quite easily.
And we do got to give a lot of credit to MaNa in this series, because really, MaNa's style is the exact type of play that you need to combat someone like Fenix. The way MaNa plays is to be so incredibly stable, so calm, and getting the timing of each attack just right against Sake on Shinkrust Plateau. Greatest example. Fenix is everywhere, 4 Warp Gate pressuring at the front, and then with one big push, he was able to win a decisive game.
And he stayed calm throughout the entire series. Even when we saw all them cannons being built in that, he stayed so calm and collected and took the game down easily.
With his counter cannon rush. Another memorable game. Well, it looks like the players are ready. We're starting our final semi-final match between mousesports MaNa and Fenix.
Give a big shout out if you like the South American Peru player, Fenix to win.
And there is Fenix spawning in the south position as the blue Terran. He has accumulated so many fans in this tournament. But if you would like mousesports MaNa to win, give a cheer for MaNa.
And spawning locations on this map, we have MaNa on the left-hand side, the 9 o'clock, as the red Protoss, and Fenix down in the southern area as the blue Terran. Spawning positions on this map are quite good, actually, for both players, because the distances, I mean, they are close by air, so they probably might slightly favor Fenix, actually. But in terms of ground, there's actually a long way to travel all the way to each other's natural.
Now, this might look a little bit goofy to have a pylon back here for MaNa, but keep in mind that warp gates do not need to be in any specific location. Ordinarily, you would have barracks clustered at the front of your base, but a lot of Protosses build gateways back here, walling themselves off, making sure that if Hellions do get dropped in the corner, they encounter a big block of structures and can't even access the juicy little probers behind.
Actually, that'd be really smart if he did decide to put that gateway there, and it looks like he is going to do it. Starting a wall off already, as you mentioned. Nice call there, John. Nice call.
Thank you. I'm pretty cool.
And the barracks has been put down. I'm trying to think of what to say. And the barracks has been put down, I guess, and I'm probably going to guess the refinery is going to go down. Oh, man, I'm so
look
good.
At you.
God, I'm such a Terran player. You see that? I called that.
Chess Grandmasters might think 12 move ahead, but Apollo thinks 13 food ahead. Knew that refinery was coming out right on time. There is the probe from MaNa sneaking into the north position on the map, seeing nothing there. In the meantime, another pylon going out, doing a little bit more spotting, and there is the beginnings of a nice solid wall off at the back.
I'm going to take a guess, Day 9. I think the Cybernetics core is going to come next.
Uh-oh.
I'm just going to put that out there. I'm not sure if I'm going to be correct, because I'm not a Protoss player. But that's what I think is going to happen.
Well, he's getting close to 150 minerals, and...
Oh, wait. Yes!
Oh, there it is. Cybernetics core going down. Meanwhile, in Camp Fenix, we do see the tech lab is going down immediately. Did he even get any Marines? No. Actually favoring getting that tech lab before anything at all. Fenix loves producing Marauders very, very fast, even favoring getting a fast second refinery just so he can rush the stim upgrade and then push with Marauders very quickly.
And a lot of Protoss players have to be super careful about that. I mean, when you do... I thought that was a bunker, then I'm like, why are you building a bunker, dude? No, the Marauder out. Is the upgrade coming out for the shells, though? Not yet. Hasn't started. Probably going to go for the factory next. The refinery has finished now. 3 in there. And here it comes. He's got to deny it. Don't let him see the factory, though. That's going to be pretty bad. Kills that off. Now the factory should go down. Even though he kind of suspects the factory comes down, you can't guarantee that.
Yeah, I mean, really, this is very nice play by Fenix, the way he jostled that Marauder to block the probe. And, of course, look at this nice wall off by MaNa. I do think that there's a little bit of a space there that could be a big danger. We'll need to close that off soon. Either way, 2 geysers out now for MaNa. There is the Warp Gate upgrade going down as well. There's a Stalker coming out. Both players doing their own unique style. And I think Fenix has just found so much success with this Blue Flame Hellion drop. Occasionally gets the easy win, and even if it doesn't, we've seen how he exploits those tactics.
Well, he has seen the complete... Well, this wall off here, he did see it. I'm sure it might change his decision. And there, it completes the wall off with the robotics facility. That's very fast, actually. Obviously, doesn't want to lose to any Starport Banshee builds, but here we go. The factory has been put down. Will it be a Hellion to come out?
Looks like, you know... While we're waiting for that factory to do its thing, I mean, I really dislike this bunker placement. I mean, this doesn't really serve too much purpose. Having it up here on the high ground is so much more effective. I think that's a big blunder by Fenix to just haphazardly throw that down. And it looks like, is there even a supply depot being made? Yes, indeed there is. But Fenix forgetting to make the heli, and I'm very, very confused. Oh, wow.
Okay.
Actually, instead favoring to go get that starport for some sort of Banshee play.
It will be Banshee play. He could do Raven play, but I don't think that is going to be the case. It will be a Banshee, but MaNa is well prepared for this. Has an Observer being out now. The Stalker is in position. Is it a Banshee? Yes, it is a Banshee. And it's not looking too good for Fenix. This build is so good when you can surprise your opponent. Cloak is being researched now as well, but MaNa is extremely prepared for this, and this is going to give him quite a nice lead going into the later stages.
And there, the Zealots and Sentries, a little bit of a surprise. You'd ordinarily see a few more Stalkers. There's the money scan by Fenix, but did he end up seeing that robotics facility? Yes, he did, so he knows exactly what MaNa is up to. It looks like it's going to be the very standard 2-gateway fast robo expand. You have 2 gateways worth of units to defend against rushes, and of course the very fast observer, not just for detection, but also so that way you can see exactly what your opponent is up to.
And he sees the Banshee. He's going to see it pop out right now. There it is, pops out, and he does see it. And there is another observer being made, and that's what really this build forces you to do, to spend a lot of gas on these observers. It is in position. This Banshee not going to be able to do any damage at all. It is going to go around, probably snipe this probe on the Xel'Naga Tower. Oh, moves the probe out of position, but he will move around and see the nexus of his opponent.
Fenix, again, being very, very meticulous with picking off every little unit out on the map. Now, the one vulnerability at this expansion is not so much the Nexus as it is these 2 Sentries and Zealot. Those could be picked off very easily as well. More Banshees coming up. And the thing to note, Banshees, even if you do have the Observers out, still force very awkward positioning.
The third observer is being made. The Banshee chased out, not doing anything, and he's invested in another Banshee as well. And I don't know if this play's working out too well for him. He has got the command center almost finished, but the Nexus is basically completed now. We'll be wanting to transfer some probes. Here we go with the transfer. Another gateway being added down too.
We do see that this observer, is it in sight range of this Banshee? No, it is not. We do see MaNa trying to do everything to pick off that one single Banshee. MaNa now adding on more and more gateways. There's the very fast robotics facility coming down. Great play in this situation as he's seen his opponent just has these 2 structures really making units, the Marines also for defense, so there's no attack from Fenix coming up anytime soon.
Well, here he comes in with a Banshee Day 9. Will he be able to get a couple of probes? I don't know. Does he get one? He gets like 1 and 2. Does he get the third?
And
no,
it looks
he's
like
not going to get
he's
the
in the
third.
main as well. He's trying to dash back around. The Expo one does have 6 kills. Again, MaNa, who invested so much in the observers, still doesn't pick off this Banshee or that one. Fenix getting out for free on both sides. 3 kills on the South Banshee, 7 kills on the North.
10 probes altogether. My math's pretty good. And 31 probes versus 31 SCVs equals it up a little bit, but we do have the command center with the orbital command on that, so we are going to see a lot of mules being pumped out. Raven has been produced now, though, and it will start saving energy for the point defense drone, because obviously there's going to be a lot of Stalkers in this composition from MaNa because of all the Banshees that are out, and the point defense drone is going to cause him a lot of trouble later on.
Now, the winner of this series will be playing against the other player, OGS Top. Oh, it's not me. Come on, Internet, one time. Come on. Come on. Okay, there you go. There you go, sweetie. Don't worry about it.
Don't panic, Battle.net. It's okay.
The winner of this series will face against Nama in the finals. The loser will play in the 3rd, 4th place match directly after this series to see who will win 3rd. And in the meantime, Fenix is just continuing to mass up. He's getting an engineering bay, has a lot of tanks. These Banshees are getting repaired before they move back out for more harassment.
I really love Fenix's style, the way he gets... We've seen a lot of different styles across the weekend. And obviously, the majority of the styles we see is a lot of Marine Marauders, and then just switching into Medivacs and Vikings. But the way that Fenix plays is he has like just 2 or 3 tanks at the back of his army, but he likes to include Banshees as well. With well-microed Banshees, with their DPS, they can do a lot of damage. And now Fenix is moving out for almost, I don't know if he can do this. He's got a Colossus, and I don't know. It's going to be an extremely close battle.
Fenix is now moving forward. He has 2 Banshees at the back, picking off these pylons. Looks like some Stalkers do advance, but he's just trying to split the units up. Uh-oh, this is a lot of units out right now for MaNa. I don't know if Fenix is going to be able to do it, but he does siege up and is slowly inching forward. He does have enough 4-point defense drone. There now, he is throwing it down and gets some good shots off on that Colossus. Where are the 2 Banshees? It looks like they're darting into the back. The Stalkers are still there to defend.
That was pretty smart by MaNa, actually. Just moving in there, forcing the point defense drone to go down. A little bit premature, but oh no, he's going for this Nexus. I don't think he'll be able to snipe it because MaNa should be moving his units out to help defend this. At the same time, these Banshees are doing damage at the back, and now here comes MaNa.
Looks like MaNa's rushing in now. All the Marines are caught off guard. The second Colossus is done. The tanks are trying to do so much damage, but the Zealots also sweeping in. One Colossus falls. Fenix doing great work. The point defense drone absorbing a lot of hits. Can he pick the Zealots off? No! And it looks like the siege tank will fall.
And oh no, he has to retreat. Will he lose? Oh, he loses a medivac as well. Will he be able to lose the second one? Well, a couple more hits. Oh, he loses the second medivac as well. Raven will survive though, just about, and we could see a counter-attack, but at the same time, 6 kills and 10 kills on these Banshees. Don't lose these Banshees. One goes down, and now MaNa does retreat. Quite a nice defense there by him.
Amazing play by both players, and look at the APM, both of them playing so focused. 251 for Fenix, 215 for MaNa. Clear to see now why they got so far in this tournament. Both of them just playing absolutely marvelously.
And a command center has been put down on the top right-hand position for Fenix, and it looks like MaNa is gearing away to get rid of this gold expo, the destructible rock, so he can put down his own third. A kind of a scan on the natural of MaNa, doesn't really see anything, so he's got to be careful. He's got to be thinking, uh-oh, he might be coming for me, and decides to put down a bunker on his own natural.
In the meantime, that range upgrade is done for the Colossi. Twilight Council, more gateways. Forge is up to throw down a photon cannon in the back of the main. And I do like this play by Fenix quite a bit, not just because I think hidden command centers are very sneaky and cool, but because Fenix's style is so aggressive, it makes the Protoss think only about defending, and they will forget that there are possibilities to expand. So Fenix really exploiting the strengths of his style.
And I love this upgrade. Zealot Charge is being upgraded. I think this really makes a large difference in this matchup, especially because you have siege tanks involved. And if you don't have Zealot Charge, you just take too many hits from the siege tanks and all the Marines and Marauders that are slowing you down. And oh, it looks like this drop, this could be pretty bad, especially because he has control of the Xel'Naga Tower. And this drop, this 4 Marauder drop is going to be spotted. Got to be careful though, because these Stalkers are going to come and intercept.
And it is going to fall. Fenix taking a huge hit. One Banshee's trying to run up into the back, but look at MaNa's reaction time. He is on top of the ball, is not dropping anything on this mini-map. But did he see the transfer of workers to the corner? Both these players, despite all the mistakes, are just so good at swinging ahead. Actually, I shouldn't put it like that. Neither player's really made a lot of huge blunders, but it just means that, you know, despite this loss of units from Fenix, despite this harass on MaNa's front, both players expanding so aggressively and pressing the game farther and farther into the late game.
Surprisingly, another drop is coming in towards the back of the base. 4 Marauders are coming down. They will stem. They will be able to take care of these Stalkers quite easily at the back of the base. Here comes the stim. 1 Stalker goes down. 2 Stalker goes down. What's he going to take next, though? He's going to go for the... goes for the cannon.
Very good free kills right there. It looks like he will be target firing this pylon. A few Zealots now swinging up, and it looks like Fenix will be able to just retreat and escape with absolutely no losses. Needs to be careful though. The Stalkers are so fast that he needs to cut to this back corner. He does. More tanks sieging up by this Xel'Naga watchtower. Looking around, it looks like the double Starport Viking is up, and this planetary fortress in the corner, now that it is up, it means that Fenix is having, wow, 154 food to 124. Not what I would have expected.
And after that pylon got lost, he did get supply blocked a little bit, but hold on, because Fenix is pushing up once again, and now MaNa seizes, forces the retreat, and he will be able to take down this pylon in the middle as well.
And it looks like they're the Vikings trying to do a lot of sniping work on all of those Colossus. And look at Fenix. He's even leaving his tanks sieged up back here. He doesn't have the intention of trying to win with a push. He's trying to do drops. He's trying to isolate units. He's just creating multiple threats, and he accidentally loses the medevac. Oh no, sprinting up. Again, MaNa. The only way to combat the style of Fenix is to play very, very stably, and that's exactly what we're seeing.
He's got to be careful, Day9, because these Colossus are out by themselves, and the Vikings don't quite see them. That was extremely close. He could have lost both Colossus there, and now he is getting high tempo out too. That's going to help a lot. And this observer in the base of Fenix sees everything.
I mean, really, there's the Ghost Academy going down. More barracks getting thrown up. There's a lot of Vikings on the map as well. Fenix, we're seeing again and again trying to force little mistakes from his opponent and exploiting anything he can. If those Colossi are outlying, he will pick them off with the Vikings. If a few units are left behind in the middle when he's dropping, he'll pick those off with this mobile force. And in the meantime, tanks to defend by the Xel'Naga watchtower. There's a medevac heading up to the north end, and it looks like all these units are heading up to defend against something, but uh-oh. Oh no, having to stim to get back in time, because here's the huge push from MaNa.
And here comes a big push. He has a lot of high Templar out, and they do have Storm Research, so this could be extremely vital. And these charged Zealots running for these Marauders. Tanks doing a lot of damage. And oh, didn't even engage anything, and he lost a lot more than he did any damage there.
Look at the Storm! Doing some huge hurt. He doesn't kill that many Marauders, but the Marauders did have to stim to get to the battle in time, and then stim to participate in the battle, so they are very, very low on health.
While that fight was going on, there was a Marauder drop in the base of MaNa, but 3 Zealots cleaned it up quite easily. And look at this nice scan scene, everything seen, the entire army composition, and these High Templar are going to make a world of difference. He really does need to get Ghosts out. Ghosts are in production, actually, and he really does need a perfect EMP to take care of that.
God, Fenix is just so good. The instant that gold finished, he had SCVs ready and lined up. MaNa now inching over to the right side, and it looks like he's going to be doing a little bit of pressure up on top.
And at top, he will be stimming. He could force a cancel on this if he just stims one time, and he's going to force a cancel on this Expo. Really nice, but at the same time, Day 9.
Looks like there's the huge push at the front. Fenix does not have enough units to defend. He will be able to pick off this North Command Center, but there's the Storm. Fenix is so low on units. Where did they go? They seem to be completely lost. It looks like Fenix is in a full-out retreat. The Gold Expo is under pressure. The drop did kill off the Nexus, but this Gold expansion is going to fall. MaNa's been playing so solid. The SCVs come to the front. No, you don't want to be there, but that's okay because it's Storms that are being wasted on workers, and in the meantime, it looks like Fenix needs to reposition to be able to defend against this drop.
And oh my god, where did his units go? He had so many SCVs, and these Marauders are reinforcing the army, but these Colossus are going to take down this expansion. The gold, is it going to go down? It's so close to going down. Yes, it finally goes down. And wow, a drop at the same time on his gold as well, Day 9, taking a lot of probes out.
Oh, there's the other Storm, but there aren't really that many probes remaining. He's trying to kite around these Zealots. He does pick them off. More units being morphed in, but in the main, looks like those Zealots have cleaned up a drop. Again, more units being warped in. MaNa is not really looking too good on the worker count, trying to pick off this Archon. Fenix stabilizing, and this one-hidden expansion is going to be so huge. Uh-oh, doesn't see a thing yet, and it looks like the Marauders did manage to pick off the Archon. These Marauders are doing so good with the 2-1 upgrades. These medevacs are still alive. Action all over the map. Fenix trying to recoup and press forward again, but MaNa is the player with the bigger army at this point.
MaNa has so many resources. He really does need to spend that 1,000 to 600 gas. So much compared to Fenix down at 400, taking the gold back. These Stalkers, though, are doing a lot of damage to the SCV line up here. Planetary Fortress slightly out of range. 3 Marauders are coming up to get rid of these Stalkers, and the gold is going to be retaken by Fenix, and I can't believe he actually managed to stay in there. It seemed like MaNa could have walked over that there.
Yeah, but MaNa was getting under such pressure from this gold expansion, and in his main, Fenix again attacking at so many locations at once. Very intimidating to play against, so easy to make those mistakes, so easy to want to retreat and try to fight again at a later date. But look at these Colossi, the count is so huge for MaNa. Look at that, 15 kills, and with these speed Zealots, it's going to be so hard to battle. And there's the next repush by MaNa. He doesn't really seem to get that many kills on it, and there are High Templars now advancing forward, but there was an EMP eliminating the energy of all of them, and Fenix is in the full-out retreat, but he is cut off from this right expansion.
And he turns the low energy High Templar into Archons. Very smart decision, but this top expansion is going to be in a world of trouble. 3 Marauders and only the Planetary Fortress, and this is going to go down. But he is holding the majority of units back into the middle. It's very early stim, actually, by these Marauders trying to get up there.
And it looks like the forces are being cut off in the middle. Fenix with some nice movement tricks trying to cut these units off. He does pick off a Colossus in the main. Gold expansion now up. Some great storms on those Marauders. This expansion looks like it's under some serious fire. He could repair to keep it alive, but does he notice? Is he focused enough to keep that en route? Fenix continuing to re-macro, and this Planetary Fortress is very close to falling.
And now MaNa is actually pulling ahead of 160 food compared to 127. This Planetary Fortress about to go down at 150. Is it going to die, though? Gone down to 100. He's still not repairing it.
Oh, and it falls in the right corner. Fenix doesn't notice. Fenix now seems to have abandoned it. There's the scan. Fenix picks off an observer. There's more units coming in, but not as many as I would have thought. It looks like that Ghost did manage to get off an EMP, but units continue to swarm in. There's the Storm. Another great Storm, knocking down more and more Marauders, and it looks like this little band is heading up to the north side, going to try to pick off these scraps of units. Also, again, pulling back to isolate these Stalkers, but the blink by MaNa individually pulling those units up one at a time, and there's the Planetary Fortress now wailing away at an Archon. There's just Marauders out right now for Fenix. Can he possibly pick off this force?
Can he do it? These charge Zealots are doing so much damage to these Marauders. Is he going to get this Archon? Yes, more Storms.
Oh, needs to be careful not to wander his own units into them. And there's the re-stim. The Marauders are so low on health, but there are more Colossi and Zealots streaming in, and more reinforcements, and the good game. Wow.
What an exciting game on Lost Temple. I'm actually exhausted watching that game.
Yeah, that was such an intense example of why those two players are so good at their respective styles. Fenix with the non-stop Banshee harassment, the dropping, the expanding, and of course MaNa just waiting and waiting and waiting and playing so stable and so focused, getting tons of observers at the start just to be able to defend on all those fronts and doing a brilliant job of it.
MaNa though, that army composition is so hard for Terran to deal with.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you go for these Marauders to help counter, but you can't really go for Marines because there's so many High Templars, there's all this Colossus, and then you try to go for Marauders, and then your opponent has a million Speed Zealots that are just charging and doing so much damage, and when you have the